In this video, I'm gonna show you guys a brand new way to improve in Fortnite. I'm sure a lot of you guys have tried playing different practice maps inside of Fortnite to improve, but once you get out of those maps, it's really hard to apply those skills in an actual game. The main reason is, in a lot of these practice maps, you're not experiencing pressure, so then you choke when you go in a real game. Well, I spent the last few months building a map that'll actually teach you pressure training. It's called Survival Aim Edit Piece. The way it teaches you pressure is every single drill in this map is a survival game. If you mess up, you get punished, and eventually you'll die if you mess up too much. Every single drill has an easy, medium, and hard mode, so no matter your skill level, you should be able to get good practice in this map. And in each mode, it tracks your highest score, so you can actually see your progression. So in this video, we're gonna go through each of the drills, and I'm gonna show you how you can use it to improve. Let's hop into it. The first drill I'm gonna go into is box fights, and I'm just gonna select medium. So that'll spawn 4 bots, but it'll be different number of bots for each difficulty, and they'll be more accurate. So the things that are most important to focus on in this drill for the best improvement is setting up super safe peaks anytime you shoot a bot. And then after every single kill, the builds are gonna reset. Make some space after that happens. Just like in a real game, if you're getting pressured really hard, making space is the best move. And these bots are gonna pressure you after every single kill. So I make some space, and then I can target one bot and just set up super safe peaks. Ignore my skill right now, I'm not very warmed up, but that's the idea of this drill. Making space and treating it like you're getting keyed in an actual game. This is how you would go about it in a real game. Something really good to do is making 4 boxes like this, and then you can set up super safe peaks from far away. So hiding in the back of your box. So here comes the bots, and then as they psycho in, I can make more space to back up. And as I make space away, I can use the space to set up peaks. So they got in my box there, so I'm just gonna make some space. And then we can set up these safe peaks. So that's the idea of the first one. The next one is 200 only. This drill is pretty straightforward. The way I recommend playing this is just practice edit coursing to the bots. As you can see, I'm getting damaged every single second, and when I kill a bot, I'll gain 50 health back. So if you hit your shots, you should be able to survive forever in this drill. But the easier way to do it is running in the box and taking a 50-50. It makes it a lot easier to hit 200s. But I recommend edit coursing to the bot, setting up a smart right-hand peek, and practice stepping into your peek shots. It'll help you get better at hitting max pumps while taking peeks, which is a really important skill to have, rather than just hitting max pumps when in a box with an enemy. Next one is box peeks. This is gonna be a really good one for people who struggle with peek shots. Let me show you why. In this drill, you wanna set up a safe peek, that's the idea, and it says which wall they're behind. But if I expose myself, you can see I get damaged. So you really have to set up safe peeks, and if you don't, then you're eventually gonna die. So I'm gonna show you how to set up a safe peek from every single angle. So for this one, you could do a window peek like this, kind of step into it, or you can set up a triangle. Make sure you're resetting the wall after every single shot. See, I messed up the reset there and I got damaged. This drill is really going to teach you to set up good peeks. So it chooses a random wall every single time. I keep getting this center wall, so here we go. We got a side wall. So the best way to pressure this, sure, you could edit it like this. That's not bad, but if they hug that peak, they're gonna have a better angle. So the best way to do it is use this wall. Like you're standing to the left of the wall is the best way to describe it. Pressuring from the left is the best way to do it. Because if they were to hug this peak, if they were to stand right there, you're actually going to have the better angle. You'll be able to see their head and they won't be able to see you. That's a really important concept to know. So now same thing here. Would we go this way? No, because they could hug that peak and they'd have a better angle. Instead, we're gonna do it this way. Another reason this is better is if they jumped into this box, you could reset this wall. So it's important to have this wall built as well. Otherwise, they could just claim that wall in front of you and then they'd have the advantage. When you're doing it from below, you could just do a window like this and jump into it, or you could try to set up a Martaz peak where you edit the back of the floor, place a ramp, and from there, you can jump into this shot. That's gonna be a really good peek for you right there. But the simpler option is just doing a peek like that. All right, here we go. We got the bottom bot. So this one, there's 2 good ways to do this. So one, you could edit the right tiles like this because then it's like you're stepping into a peek shot. But the other way to do it is claim this front wall But the other way to do it is making a double edit, a wide open edit, so that you can see the enemy placing this wall. It might actually be better to place this wall before doing that double edit. So going like this, you could hug the wall like this, or you could set up a window from here. Just like that. But yeah, that's how to do this drill. It's really good practice, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the best ones. Okay, so the next drill is the edit drill, and this one's really straightforward, but I'm gonna show you a good technique. So the most important thing with this drill, obviously, yeah, you're trying to make all the edits, and if I make a wrong edit here, it's gonna punish me. If I don't make the edit in time, it's gonna punish me. But the important thing to practice here is tight crosshair placement. If you don't know what that is, this is what bad crosshair placement would look like. If I'm doing like super wide edits, like this, like I'm overshooting it, I wanna get nice and concise edits. If you can get that down, then it's going to actually speed up your game a lot, and it's gonna help other things in your game, like your aim and your building. It's really gonna help everything. All right, the next drill is piece control. And this one, I honestly think I'm gonna make a whole separate video on, going through all the drills one by one. Let me know down in the comments if that's what you wanna see. But the idea of this drill is, like, let's say it's a tunnel like this. You wanna claim every single build on the way to the bot. And once you get here, set up a nice safe peek, just like in the box peeks drill. But a really important concept in this drill is doing the piece control from behind a right-hand peek. So I don't wanna edit wide and run at the bot like this, because you can see I'm gonna get damaged. Instead, I wanna do the piece control from behind a peek. So on this bot, I could do it from behind this window. See how I'm behind the window while placing all the builds? That's called piece control from behind cover, and it's a very important concept. But like I said, I can go through all these drills one by one if you guys wanna see that. Let me know down in the comments. But that's the biggest thing to focus on, doing the piece control from behind right-hand peeks. Moving on to the next one. This one is honestly probably the most popular. It's my favorite. It's Zone Wars. So it's gonna be just like the box fights, where there's a bunch of bots, but in this one, there's a storm added. The other difference in this one is, you can see when I get a kill here, the builds don't explode. But yeah, the idea of this one is just fight the bots. I mean, there's not really much more to it. You don't need to do the 4-box trick, but you sure as well can. I would say if you guys struggle in endgame, maybe practice your tarping and kind of fight bots while staying on the front edge of zone. But as you can see, I'm falling behind the storm here. So I got a full tarp to the front, kind of blocking my angles as I go. I know all the bots are on that side of zone, so I'm just building that angle. And then once I get here, that's when I can start looking to fight again. So the next two drills are really straightforward. We got aim duels, and in this drill, you're going to be getting damaged every single second, but every single kill you get, you're going to gain health back. So you have to stay consistent with your aim, or else you're eventually gonna die. Same thing for the flick shot drill, but this one, you have to hit a headshot pump to kill the bot. But every time you get a kill, you're going to gain some health back. But moving on to surge aim. This one's a bit more complicated, so let me break this down for you guys. I'm gonna go on hard. So as you can see in the right, every single time I do damage, my threshold goes up, but every so often that threshold is dropping. You need to stay above the threshold. Once you fall below, you're going to start getting damaged. So you have to keep up with the threshold, but as you can see, I'm ducking down every so often, because if that peak timer fills all the way up, you can see I just got hit by the storm threshold and I got hit by the peak timer. So this really applies pressure to you. If you slack off with your aim, you're going to start dying. So if you guys struggle with hitting surge shots, hitting these distance shots in a game, this is gonna be the best place to improve that for sure. And then there's a free build drill with speed options. Now, practicing in the ways that I taught in this video are a great way to start improving. From there, you need to get practice actually fighting other players, whether it's in 1v1s, Zone Wars maps, or just ranked battle royale. I linked some of my other maps down below if you wanna use those to practice, but I wish you guys the best of luck in improving.